Hello, thank you to Milanote for sponsoring today's vlog. Welcome. It is cold here in Brooklyn. What am I doing? The ceilings are so high that all of the heating floats to the top. I'm trying to bask in some of that warmth. I found this piece of wood by the garbage, and I'm like, this could be something. It's kind of thin for a table. If this was horizontal, I feel like it could actually hold paints, like all my oil paints, like a really long tray. Oh. I'm doing the rounds for the glaze work of our classes that we provide here. So this year I'm really hoping to be able to offer more than just hand building ceramics, because many of you know that I love painting so much and I would love to be able to host events for painting. I'm still working that out, and what I'm doing is going through each of these mugs, and because they are painted with underglaze and need to be coated in clear, I am waxing the bottom parts that have been painted, because the firing technician is going to cover them in clear and then use a sponge to wipe off anything on the bottom surface of the cup. That way when it's in the kiln, the clear glaze doesn't solidify and stick itself to the inside of the kiln. I'm looking at certain little pieces like this froggy. He needs to have a more like chalky belly, because I feel like if he had clear glaze on the entire body, it would be more slippery when he sits on the rim of the cup. I encouraged people to make little accessories, so we got like tiny spoons to go with our mugs, and even this two-piece set with a lid. So if you're ever interested in coming to Brooklyn to do a class, the one-off classes are fun too, but it's just like one solid color, you know? In the mood for a hot chocolate? This is my real height. That way I won't burn myself again. I have been doing a lot of rabbit holing, researching furniture, different storage solutions, and taking note. I want to talk a little bit about how I use Milanote, and it's actually been really helpful for that. And now a note from our sponsor. Got Milanote open here. I want to show you one of my boards. So I use Milanote for big picture planning. The hardest part is starting. If you have a lot of scattered ideas, then this is like casting a net. You can make sense of things and like draw connections. The layout of a board is almost like described as an art studio wall. You don't have to work on a grid. You position things that make sense for your brain. So it's very intuitive for me because I cannot think in a grid. I like moving pieces, and this being digital is a lifesaver because I might have sketches and I don't really organize my documents or keep track of them very well. So I make sure to snap and airdrop, or if I have multiple windows open, you can screenshot and like drag it right into the page, and it's so efficient that way. This is my board for our hero product. We have been working on this tote for months, and it's so satisfying to see it come together here. I have more to come though, so that's why we've got tasks left here on the right side. For timelines, I tend to think horizontally, and for my other board, which is organizing how I want to make my studio space and planning, I have like clusters, furniture links, because I don't want to have 1,000 tabs open. I just want to like come back here and refer to it. This is also a really great collaborative tool. You can work with colleagues in real time and make edits. You can also drop a sharing link and get feedback from your clients. If you don't use this professionally, I think as a student this would be so good for making mood boards for art school, and for personal use you can make a vision board. The best part is that Milanote is free with no time limit. You basically can purchase more space as you use it or as you need, and you can sign up right now using the link in the description. If you've already used Milanote, please share with me any tips you might have or how you like it so I can learn. I've only started using it like this month. Thank you, Milanote, for the sponsorship and for helping make this business more poppin'. Okay, back to the vlog. Cheers. I've been staying at studio quite late nowadays. I mean, I really mean like just in the last week or so. But honestly, that's good. I think that past me would feel slightly nervous about it just because I kind of have these rules I made up in my mind about what is good, what feels like I'm on track, living as my ideal self. It's important and good to be disciplined, but then I have to really like back up and see big picture what is serving me. And I think that like being a morning person, all of that sounds good and the idea of it sounds good, but in practice, like this week, what I feel like I've been needing is actually shifting my schedule to be waking up at 8 and rolling in the studio at like 11:30 or 12 and then staying here a lot later and not prioritizing having like an early dinner and all of that. And I don't want to really go into it right now. I'll update you in my February notes at the end of the month. I have just been processing some difficult things, and what I've found, that my point of sharing this with you right now, is I think it's actually really beneficial to switch up your routine. And I know that like I'm in a position where I can do that because I dictate my own schedule, so, and it's a blessing that I'm taking advantage of, so it's really nice. I think it's actually helping me process and feel almost like I'm being compassionate towards myself, of like, what do you need right now, how can I support you, bestie, you know, talk to myself in that way. And I'm like, oh, maybe it means gonna go home when I'm ready and got some art in, and gonna dress really warm in ski clothes so I'm comfy on the ride home, and then I'm gonna heat up my leftovers and cuddle with my babies and watch a little bit of like YA romance show and journal a little bit and then go to sleep. So that's been nice.
Yeah, sure.
Excuse me.
I didn't know it then, but I was already losing him.
I got this very cool straightener from Tokyo. Today's plan, other than doing art in the studio and editing this video, is dropping off a lot of packages. Thank you everybody who ordered last week from our online launch. You can still purchase anytime. You should. And I haven't figured out how to do it because our packages are quite big and heavy, and I might just have to do multiple scooter trips because I tried to schedule the pickup from the post office and they never showed up. I might, you know what I would do? Maybe I'll like load everything at once, take a one-way Uber, and then on the way back stop in for yummy food. Because there's this one really cute Japanese bakery and restaurant that I never go because it's just out of my route. So maybe that's a good detour. It's a good detour, good reward. Let's feed some snackies to the babies. I feel like you haven't seen them in a while because I just make studio vlogs. What are you guys doing in Molly's room? Hmm? Princess. That's my bag. You went the wrong way. Okay. Clary got it. Clary got it. She heard it.